Hi everybody, welcome to H&R Reptiles. My name is Ashton Riley and welcome to today's video. So, first of all, I'm joined by little Una, our youngest little ball python we have. She is such a sweetheart. Now let's get into today's video. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about a very controversial topic. Now it is the pros and cons of live mice versus frozen thawed mice whenever feeding it to your reptile. Now, first we're going to go over some pros and cons on live. Now, with live mice and rodents, it gives the snake like more of a natural like killing response, because I know it sounds horrible, but they grab it and they wrap, because like that's what it's they're natural to do. It's harder. I know some people, whenever they do the frozen, they'll like shake it and stuff, but it's a lot more like natural for them to do live. And so that's a pro with the live. It's more of a natural thing. And with any frozen items, obviously, and any fresh versus frozen items, the fresh item is going to be more nutritious, because freezing things, always cuts down on like nutrition and everything like that. So live is better for the rodents, the snakes. Sorry, I don't know why I'm like getting really tongue-tied today, but it's really good for them. But there are a lot of cons to this. Now, first of all, it is very inhumane to have a rodent fighting for its life. So that's something that's very controversial, especially for me. I love animals, so it really hurts me having to feed live to Josh, because my ball python won't eat anything else because he's picky. That's another thing. Some snakes are really, really picky and will only prefer one thing, and it's really hard to get them to switch onto another. But like I was saying before, it's really inhumane. It really is, for them to die like that. The ones that you get that are frozen, de-thawed and stuff, those ones were humanely put down with, they basically just went to sleep and just didn't wake up. There was no pain for them. So the frozen is a way more humane way to go. It really is. And another thing that can be really dangerous for the safety of your snake is live feeding. If the snake doesn't get a hold of the rodent correctly, if it grabs its like butt or its side or its like legs or something, the mouse can come back and bite it. And a lot of mice will like bite really, really hard and like will take chunks out and will fight for their life, which that is a natural response, because nobody wants to get like attacked, but it's how these guys eat. But it makes sense that the rodents are going to fight back. Just if you guys do live, make sure you keep an eye on him. My little boy Josh actually got bit by a mouse that I was feeding him. He's now terrified of white mice, but he got bit by a mouse. But I was there as soon as the mouse bit down, and was able to get him off without a problem at all. So, just keep an eye on it. Now we're going to go over frozen. Now, frozen, it is a lot easier to do frozen, just for like storage and everything, because whenever you go and do like a live, you buy just enough for the time, unless you have like a little area where you guys put the mice like its own separate cage or something. But you gotta do all that stuff. She's wrapping me up pretty tight. But like with the frozen, you can store a bunch of mice, all the ones you're going to need for a few months, inside of a freezer, and it works. So you don't have to constantly run the store. And if you're like me, I live like 30 minutes away from a pet store that will sell it, that I trust, that sells live mice. So it really sucks. So frozen is a lot easier. There's a con about frozen feeding though. It's if you don't de-thaw the mouse or rat or like whatever rodent you're feeding. You can also do bunnies. Whatever rodent you're feeding to your reptile, to your snake, if it's not properly like de-thawed, it can really, really hurt them, because like too hot and it can burn them, too cold and it can hurt them like really bad. You guys just need to make sure you guys do it properly. A lot of people microwave. Do not microwave. Do not put them in boiling water. Just put them in warm water and just be replacing out the warm water after it starts to get cold. It's really easy. Don't put the frozen, don't put the de-thawed mouse in there wet. Make sure you dry it off a little bit so the bedding doesn't stick to it, because impaction is a real issue that some people face when doing that, because the mouse is all wet and it gets into the bedding, and they eat it and they get impacted. But as long as you keep an eye on it, frozen is a more humane way. This little girl is on frozen de-thawed, and then my little guy over there is on live. I am trying to switch him to live. I'm probably going to be doing a video on how to do that. It's pretty hard, so you guys should stay in touch. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a like, comment, and subscribe, because we post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Una says bye, everyone.